Hi, I'm Dan Wilkie, and I want to talk to you today about the music industry. This analysis will be based on Porter's 5 forces. The first of those forces is the threat of new entrants. This is a weak force. There's a high cost of entry, high operating capital, and available funding is required. There's a need for brand recognition. There are high musician contract costs. The weak threat of entry results in increased likelihood of profitability. The second force is bargaining power of suppliers. There's a small market for the high-tech recording equipment. Low supply and demand results in higher prices, increased cost, and decreased profitability. High demand and low supply of musicians will result in high prices and increased cost. This strong force will lead to weaker profitability. The third force is bargaining power of buyers. There are a limited number of recording companies that supply the market. Marketing income is spread over a few suppliers, and that will result in higher profitability. Based on a limited number of suppliers, this weak force will lead to stronger profitability. The fourth force is the threat of substitutes. The primary substitutes for physical music sales are live music and radio, both of which are somewhat less desirable. This is a weak force. Less desirable substitutes will result in stronger profitability. The final force is rivalry among existing competitors. There's a high competition among competitors in this industry. I judge this as a strong force due to the high competition resulting in increased costs and reduced sales, leading to weaker profitability. I believe this is a highly competitive industry that would be lucrative for businesses with high initial capital availability and strong branding. Strong supplier power and significant rivalry among competitors add risk to the likelihood of success. Regarding the download music industry, many of the same factors are in play as previously discussed. The threat of new entrants is considered a moderate force. High quality recording options are plentiful at prices lower than previous years. There's a reduced need for brand recognition. There is a constant threat of new entrants to the market. The moderate force threat negatively impacts the likelihood of profitability. Regarding bargaining power of suppliers, the availability of reasonably priced equipment is positive for the business. Competition between companies for licensed musical content is fierce. Bargaining power of suppliers is a strong force. High costs lead to reduced profitability. Bargaining power of buyers is a strong force. There are multiple music download businesses in direct head-to-head competition. Buyers can freely shop between businesses. Strong product availability from multiple sources results in competition that increases power of buyers, resulting in reduced profitability. The threat of substitutes is a strong force. There are multiple download business options. CDs and LPs continue to be available for sale. Multiple significant substitutes will result in content competition and reduced profitability. Rivalry among existing competitors is a strong force. There are multiple download business options that are easily available with highly competitive pricing and content. High competition increases costs, reduces sales, and leads to reduced profitability. The download music industry is a highly competitive industry that could be profitable for businesses with high initial capital availability, but carries a high risk of being an unprofitable venture. As noted in the reading, Apple continues to focus on services but will continue to market hardware. Apple Music and Apple TV continue to grow. Through continued sales of subscriptions, Apple is poised to be a leader in the industry for the future. Apple has influenced many aspects of the industry since starting computers, then moving on to the iPod. That move, along with enabling the sale of downloadable music, revolutionized the music industry. From there, Apple's influence has expanded into a massive streaming industry, touching many types of media. Based on the growth of technological capabilities, I expect Apple will continue to influence technology. Significant threats to Apple are in the potential introduction of leapfrog technologies that will allow smaller, less well-funded companies to directly compete. There's already a lot of competition for audio and video delivery that is a direct threat to Apple. There are a lot of potential opportunities for technological development that Apple might consider. Another possibility is casting a wider net for new homegrown artists that could populate the industry. I look forward to hearing your comments.